Oh, and it's dark. It is absolutely dark. Hey guys, it's me, Veronica. Okay, so as I try to upload um, what the events leading up to Indy Popcon, this is my day one story of what happened. Okay, so yours truly, me, was already in Indianapolis. I'd woken up that day and I was like, okay, what should I do? What should I do? Well, I had purchased a Groupon to see a psychic. Yes, I know. Already you're like, why would you purchase a Groupon to see a psychic? Well, I was like, what can I do that day? Let's go have fun. So I went to see the psychic. I will link the video down below. Originally, I had no idea. It's like 12 minutes of just rambling. I want to give you a heads up. It is 12 minutes rambling about what the psychic had said and me being freaked the fuck out. Oh, I'm also wearing the same shirt that I will post the link below where I was interacting with Jack. Photo I took with Bob and Wade, and then the Markiplier or Mark photo that was by himself. I looked so much like a creeper, it's not even funny. Okay, so I came back from the psychic all prepped up because I'm like, I got to meet this guy who is independent, who owns his own car, who does all this stuff, who's my future boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. So I come in and I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And I knew that everything was supposed to open up like at 1, really 1:30, 2 o'clock. No, 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 no. I take that back. 12:30 to 1 is when everything was supposed to open up. So I was already running late. I had my VIP ticket with me, which I don't have here at the moment because I'm at school. Oh well. I had it with me, and I was like, I know what I'm going to do. Everything's going to be fine. I'm in a line, and I'm like, isn't there supposed to be a VIP line where we can get in? Because it's already 12:30. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not finding anybody, so I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I'll just sit in this line. This woman comes up to me, and it's a big-ass line. And she's like, hey, you have a VIP badge as well. Are we supposed to stay in this line? I'm like, I guess so. She leaves, and one of the volunteers sees me, and she goes, no, 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 honey. You go straight ahead. And I was like, and I was just like, oh, yes. And then I turned around. I'm like, where'd the girl go? Where'd she go? Because I wanted to tell her, hey, come with me. We can go in. But I couldn't find her. So I go in, and to your left, as I found out, to the left, if I were to go to the left and make a right, I would see Markiplier and Wade and Jack and everybody. I didn't know this. I didn't know this because I didn't have the little schedule sheet of where everything was located. Because when they had it, my dumb ass didn't grab a copy because I was like, oh, well, I don't need it, blah, 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 I'll be fine. I'll figure out where things are. So I get there, have no idea where it is. So my ass walked around the entire convention hall by making a right. I walked all around. I'm talking to podcasters. I'm seeing stuff, and I'm like, I want to get that. I saw these corsets. I'm like, I want to get the corset. Oh, I got the corset. It's fucking gorgeous. Oh, it's gorgeous. And so I'm walking around. I'm like, where's Markiplier? Where's Wade? Where's Jack? Where's everybody? So I'm just walking around, not knowing where anything is. And then I finally see these people. Well, actually, I see these people like mad dash running, but I also hear like these loud noises like ah, ah, and people are screaming. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So as I get closer, I notice, because I couldn't even see Jack. Poor Jack, he's so tiny. And then fucking Mark is tiny as hell. He's tiny too. Like I couldn't see them, but I just saw Wade, and I'm like, and then I saw Bob, and I'm like, Bob has bitch tits. Ah! So I like get in line. Okay, that was a Fight Club reference. I do apologize. I had wanted to say to Bob, like, Bob has bitch tits, but then I was like, I shouldn't because he may not have seen Fight Club. He may think I'm saying something rude, and then I'll be a bitch. I don't want to be a bitch to Bob because he's cool. So I get in line, and I'm talking with this couple and their third wheel, and so we're all interacting. People are crying, and I'm like, why are you crying? It's Markiplier. Who the fuck cares about Markiplier? Now, Jack and Wade, I could understand crying over, because I would be like I went full fangirl. Oh my gosh, you cannot believe it. And I didn't try to be fangirl. I swear to you, I was not trying to be a fangirl. But 2 hours into the line, I was like, I have to pee. So I'm talking to everybody, my group. I formed myself into this group, so I call it my group because it was just me, the third wheel, and then the couple. So I was like, I'm gonna form myself with them. So we all started talking about stuff that we see. I've never played Minecraft, so they were telling me all about Minecraft, that sort of stuff. And I was telling them about how I, who I had started watching first, which was Jack first. Then Markiplier after I deleted Jack. Then back to Jack after I deleted Jack again. And then subscribed to Jack and stayed subscribed to him. And then off and on with Mark. And then Wade, kind of off, but I still watch his stuff. I'm just not subscribed to him, which I know is probably bad. I apologize, but yeah, I like things small, like only 20 people I can have that I'm following. If I have more than that, I have to delete somebody. That's just my brain. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, what ended up happening is I'm getting closer and closer to the line, and this is actually what's going to happen in my intro. This is why I don't like Markiplier. Well, I don't like Markiplier. I don't know if Mark is anything like this person. He has said that he's not outgoing, that he's an introvert, that sort of stuff. I hated with a fucking passion. I hated Markiplier. This is why. So Jack is like, hey, blah, 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 these are what people got me. He's showing stuff. He's like, ah. Everyone's like, yay, yay. And then fucking Markiplier has to be like, look what I got. And then people are like, ah, screaming louder. And I'm just like, dude, let your friend have a fucking moment. Like, every time Jack got something, fucking Markiplier was like, look at me. And I'm like, fuck you. And that's the first thing that started. Which I know is bad. I realized this. He was just playing a character, and I do want to apologize because I don't know him from Adam. But oh my gosh, like, it was not good. So that's what happened with that situation. I actually had a little tweet or text in here from my friend Tom where I was just like, it's an entire text that just goes up, and it's really weird because when I first started, when I came in, I said, I'm promising to you that I will mention the podcast and or have great. Oh, okay, okay. I was a little thirsty. I will say, oh, God, this makes me sound like a bitch. Okay. So, okay, at 8:52 p.m., this was the 25th, I said to my friend, I apologize. I was a little thirsty. I had not done things, so excuse me on this. I said, I'm promising to you that I will mention the podcast. I do have a podcast that's called The Boom Factor with Veronica Mosley, and it's called The Boom Factor with Veronica Mosley, and I said, and or have great sex with Mark F. He's a YouTuber, and all these women on him are on his dick, and it's annoying the fuck out of me. Plus, I went to this candy store, and it had all these sodas, and I bought a 12-pack. Walked past this homeless guy after I told him I didn't have money. That makes me seem like an asshole. That's the text that I had sent my friend, the 25th. Because he had asked me what I had been doing that day, and I was like, this is what I was like, blah, blah, blah. But here's what I said. I like him because he's perverted, curses, and is the skinny, healthy Asian version of me. My friend was like, oh, he's hot. I said, I got the autographs, and this was at 4:50 p.m., because I'd been in line for 2 hours. I said, I got the autographs. After meeting Markiplier, I never want to fuck him. Ever. His actions are fake as hell, and ugh. My friend said, oh yeah, he's putting on an act for a crowd. It's a PR event. I said, his fake ass hug can go fuck itself, and no, I didn't go in for a hug. Because also what happened is, as people were asking for hugs, he did this fake hug. You know the fake hug where your cousin comes up to you and you're like, oh, let me back up. Where you go, oh. That's the fake hug he was doing. And that, oh, shit. Ow, that really hurt. Fuck, that hurt. Oh, maybe that's what I get for talking shit about him. Maybe God is just fucking with me right now. But no, like, he was giving fake hugs to people, and he was just being really annoying. And I was like, I don't like what's going on with this. And so, when it came, like, to them and everything was great. Like, this is what went down. Bob, I didn't have anything to say to Bob because I was thinking it would be Wade, Jack, then Bob and Mark, and I could just, walk past and give them high fives. That'd be it. No, it was Bob first, and Bob's like, hi, blah, 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 and I'm like, oh, hi. I had nothing prepared. I was just like, I didn't have anything to sign because I was like, I don't know what to, I don't know any, I didn't, my friend had said to me, hey, can you have him sign this paper that says, please don't fuck this person's leg wound. It's an inside joke. I was like, yeah, I'll take it, I'll explain it to him. So I had this paper, I had the thing memorized in my head, but I had nothing else prepared. So I'm like, hey, Bob, can you sign this? And so Bob signed it, and I'm like, oh, can we get a picture? We got a picture. It actually turned out really well. Then Wade, I'm like, you're Wade. I'm like, and so he hugged me, and I was like, oh, and I gave him a hug, and he gave me a good hug. You know, the kind of hug where people hug you back, and I was just talking to him, and then I was like, stop being a fangirl. Stop being a fangirl. You are being crazy right now. Because I was like, oh my god, da 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 da. He was like, oh, okay. He had no idea who the fuck I was. I know he had no idea who the fuck I was. I was like, I'm following you on Twitter. And I said, which one should I go to? And you were like, it depends. And he was like, uh-huh. Like, I don't remember you at all. And I was just like, uh-huh. Then, Jack. The video I post with Jack, holy fucking shit. I lost my damn mind. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if I was on, I wasn't on anything. That's the thing. I hadn't been drinking. All I had was soda and some other food stuff. Like, I had eaten actual food and soda. That's all I had. Although I didn't have water. But I was walking around a lot. My pedometer will tell you I was walking around a lot. My Fitbit, before I lost it. Oh, yeah. I lost that in Seattle. Ain't that about a bitch? So, I was like, mm. And so I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, high five? He was like, high five? I was like, yeah. As you can tell, I went, oh, Simple Jack. Watch Tropic Thunder. They will mention Simple Jack. I feel like I was almost doing Simple Jack, but I wasn't trying to at all. Like, in my brain, I was just really excited, and it just came off as terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible. So after coming off from that high, I'm like, hi, and then I see Markiplier, or Mark, and I'm like, oh, hi. Like, I was just like, oh, hi, can you sign this for my friend? He's like, okay, and I was like, can you say, please don't fuck such and such as blah, 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 and he's like, what? I was like, can you please write on there, please don't fuck such and such's leg wound? He's like, okay, and he did it like a, okay, and I know he probably meant a, okay, like, what the fuck are you talking about? But my interpretation, because based on what I had seen so far, was, ew, what the fuck? And he's writing it out, and I'm just like, fuck you. Like, it had been simmering, but he was getting to the top where I was like, fuck you. And so then he was like, oh, what's this person's name? I said, oh, it's blah, blah, blah. And he goes, Lenny? Now, me adding the face thing, that's how I took it. He was like, what? And I'm like, who the fuck is you, you tiny-ass motherfucker? Now I know he didn't say this. He was just like, he was asking for me to pronunciate because I can't speak well, apparently, because I have a tendency to mush mouth. But I took it as an insult. Like, he was like, fuck you, you're creepy, and you're weird, and your friends are weird too. So I was ready to say, fuck your shit, and kick him in the nuts or the kneecap. That's how bad it was. And I wasn't going to do it, but in my mind, I just saw myself punch him in the nuts, just stomp him in the nuts. I didn't do it. I would not recommend doing that. I will never do that. But for that moment, I wanted to just stomp him in the nuts. So then, the threesome that I had talked to came, and the guy was like, oh, what does that mean? And so then he's like, because the guy was like, I guess trying to help, like, oh, it must, be for this inside joke, And then he was like, guess so, and he keeps writing. And that's when I was like, you are a dick. And I know, he's not a dick. I know that this year has been traumatic for him. I know that he has been moving several different times because of fans. breaking up with the ex-girlfriend, who I followed on Twitter, and I was actually on her side. I was team ex-girlfriend, which is, I should not have mentioned that. I'm sorry, but I was team girlfriend. I'm going to be honest. Anyway, but like, you know, and he was also in the hospital on his mom's birthday and all that shit. So I understand shit was going on. He probably had a million things to do. Plus, as I later found out, he was standing for 8 hours. All of them were standing for 8 fucking hours. And here's the kicker that I also later found out from Molly, because I was following Molly at the time, who is Wade's girlfriend, or Lord Minion 777's girlfriend. I thought that she was his wife, but whatever. I still call him like his wife or girlfriend. But Molly had tweeted like, hey, if you have a signature of the guys, please don't jump back in line, because apparently people were jumping back in line, and there were other people who had not, you know, had not been able to see them at all, because they cut it off. They were like, you know, this is too crazy, blah, blah, blah. They cut it off. Here's the kicker, though. I had a feeling that people would wait till the last minute. The reason I say this is because I had been on Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook, where I had joined Indy Popcon. I had been looking for this stuff, seeing how many people are going to come. And what I found that week before was supposed to begin, people were saying, oh, I'm coming for Mark, or I'm coming for Jack. I'm going to wait until the day of, and then I'm going to purchase tickets. And I thought to myself, that's not good. You should probably purchase a VIP ticket to at least ensure that you'll get to see them. Because if you do, you know, a fan pay, the fan one that's $45, there's no guarantee. But everyone was like, no, 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 I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. We know what you were doing, which was not. You were procrastinating. It's no one's fault. And a lot of people were upset with Indy Popcon, and I will say that this was their second year, so I give them a lot of flack. I'm not comparing them to other conventions, because you know what? They are their own convention. There were some things that I really liked, like I later got to see Troy Baker, Malcolm Goodwin, as well as Edward James Olmos, which will shift over. I'll talk about later on, but for the most part, that day was just really spent in line waiting for Markiplier. Like, right after it ended, I think I had to go pee. An hour in, I had to pee. So after Markiplier pissed me off, I just ran, because I was like, I gotta pee, fuck you, and I ran to go pee. After that, there were a few panels that I saw. One that was really exciting for me was the interactive horror with Stella. She's a gamer, and she played Five Nights at Freddy, and all of us were in this darkened room with her as she asked us what we would do, so we were screaming out things. I was the one who was screaming out, we're all gonna die, you've doomed us, close all the doors. Fuck this shit, close all the doors. Screw it, I don't care, close the doors. We died, but in the end, we actually managed to go to night 3. So, hey, things happen. Anyway, that was day 1. Day 2 is actually when I got to meet all 3 of them. Edward James Olmos, Troy Baker, Malcolm Goodwin, and those all 3 were by happy accidents. I'll also go over what happened in the Creature Creator VIP event later on. But for now, this is day 1, ending day 1 of Indy Popcon. Holy shit.